Welcome back, viewers. Today we will be testing the Guppy multiple moving average indicator. But before we do, if you have not watched the first video on the channel and all the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. And as a team, we will all profit from it when we are done. You can find a link to the first video down below in the description, and you should also see it pop up in the top corner right now. There is also a link down below to sign up for TradingView. You can save a little bit of money if you use the link below to sign up for your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. Discord is a free group communication platform where we are having great discussions about all things to do with trading. Lastly, if you would like a list of all the indicators we have tested along with their win rates, but you aren't interested in watching all the videos on the channel, you can sign up for our $9 Patreon, and you will receive the complete list of indicators. We also would like to introduce our Patreon exclusive Discord channel. As a $9 Patreon, you will be invited to join an exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators and links for the MT platform, give you winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the Guppy multiple moving average indicator. Before we do, I wanted to put the indicator scoreboard up for everyone to see. So, to date, we have tested 262 indicators, and out of those 262 indicators, 104 of them have been winners, which means that they have met or exceeded the 60% win-loss ratio threshold that we have set for them. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now, you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. But as we are working on building the best trading system possible, you could take any one of those 104 indicators and get out there and start potentially profitably trading the markets with them now. So go back and watch those videos, make a list of those indicators, and get out there and see what you can do with them. But stick with us here as we work on maximizing your trading profits. Alright, as I said, today's indicator will be the Guppy multiple moving average indicator. One request that I did get from another viewer, so this particular indicator was requested by a viewer, but I also had another request from a different viewer who asked me if I could give a demonstration on how the paper trading works in TradingView. And so it's pretty simple setup. I'm on a 1-minute chart right here. And so we'll go ahead and we'll take a look at how this functions. So if I right click on the screen, go here to trade and create an order, you can see here that it pulls up this little tab over here at the side that gives me the ability to then place orders as I see fit. You can enter in, whatever quantity you want here. And it will give you down at the bottom your total trade value. It'll give you your pip value. If you play around with the take profit and the stop loss, oops, didn't mean to hit that one. Take profit and the stop loss, you can see that it also gives you your total risk for this trade, wherever you're placing your stop and so on. And so it gives you basically all the information. Is basically like a complete trade calculator all in one right here on the side of the screen. And to place an order, so to buy, let's see, I'm gonna X the take profit at the moment, and I'm going to place an order. You can see here that the order has filled. Let's see, the take profit, because the take profit's going to be way down here because it is a 1 minute screen. Now, once you're in a trade, you can actually go in and you can just kind of, drag these stop loss and whatnot around. If you click on the paper trading tab down here at the bottom, you can see that it shows you your positions, it shows you your orders, and it goes into history, account history, and trading journal. And so, for example, if we just sit and let this play out for a moment here, and we, exited for a profit or whatever, then all that information is going to go into our trade journal. And so if I go ahead and say close out this position right there, of course it didn't move much, and so it resulted in a loss. You can see here down at the bottom, it told me under the history what exactly it was, the quantity, the price, where I was filled, and so on. Account history, it tells me exactly, when I entered, when I exit, and the whole deal goes into more detail. And then in my trading journal, it goes through basically everything that took place while I was playing around with that particular order. You can go over here and you can go to settings. You can set the account balance to whatever you want to set it to. You can set the commissions and so on per trade if you want to do a set commission per trade. But yeah, it's a super cool feature in TradingView. It is probably the closest thing that you can get to really being able to trade with real money and do it in a way that kind of is all in one as far as like pip calculation and risk and so on. So yeah, highly recommend it. Super useful and awesome feature that is in TradingView. So all right, so here we are back on the daily time frame now, so that way we can get back to the indicator testing. So the viewer who requested that I test this indicator said that I should find a good entry indicator and test this. And let me start with that first and foremost. When we test indicators, I am not interested at this point in testing indicators with other indicators unless I absolutely have to. And so there are some indicators that you have to add something else to it to just get any kind of functionality for you to be able to get any kind of signal out of it. In indicators like this, I'm going to test them as a standalone indicator because we are building a list of indicators standalone who can achieve 60% or better win rate. And so if we start adding other indicators on top of it, then we're no longer testing that indicator as a standalone, and we're diluting the results of what that indicator is capable of doing. There are some indicators that by nature have multiple pieces to it. That is, kind of an all-in-one feature, and that's fine. We test it that way as well. But again, it has to be standalone. I'm not going to add another indicator to this to test it. Now, with that all being said, after looking at this indicator a few times, there are a few things. First of all, I'm going to go in, I'm going to turn off all the lines because they just get super overwhelming. The next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take out some of these arrows because in my personal opinion, I feel like some of these arrows are unnecessary, and we may test this in a second way. We'll see how it goes on the first test, and then we could test it the other way and test it with all the arrows maybe. We'll see. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to test it where it only displays the blue arrows and these light blue arrows here, so dark blue and light blue arrows. I feel like those are going to give us better entry points than all those other arrows that we're kind of displaying on screen. So let's go ahead and test it this way first, see what we can get out of it, and then we will kind of assess the situation from there and see what else we can get out of it. So we get our first signal right here. That is a short signal. Unfortunately, that one didn't work out in our favor. Actually, let me measure this right here. Make sure I'm measuring from the correct spot on the candle. I've been called out a couple of times for doing that by mistake. Actually, it looks like it did come down the tail of that and did get us to take profit. Just barely, but it did. So let's go ahead and play this out a little bit more. See if we can catch another. There we go. So there is another trade right there. That is a short. So the dark blues are going to be short signals. The light blue are going to be long signals. So there's one right there. Let's see. Looks like that one does get us stopped out. Yep, it sure does. So unfortunately, that one stops us out. Now I'm going to clip the video here, cut a little bit of time out of this video, and I'll pick it up when we are closer to the end of the year. All right, we are almost to the end of the year now. Let's see if we can pick up another signal. Nope, doesn't look like we're going to. All right, so that's what we are looking at right there for the year. Let's see. Yep, right there. All right, and so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So we have 7 trades all together, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 winning signals, and so that is going to meet the 60% criteria. And again, this is why we test indicators as standalone, because I want to know whether or not it's going to meet that 60% criteria on its own without any other indicator kind of supporting it. And so this one is, you know, okay. It's not horrible. There are some things that I'm not too fond of. It does seem to get us into these trades rather late. And so you see here, for example, it's almost halfway through that little trend right there before it got us into it. See right here, we're better than halfway through this one before it got us into it. See over here, it's almost halfway through that trend before it got us into it. We need indicators that get us in like quick, but not too quick. But it also can't be too slow. We can't be risking half of the move, wasting half of the move, waiting for a move to take place. Now, again, I might play around with this in my free time. I will play around with it in my free time, and I'll test it the other ways and see if it gives us any kind of better results out of that. And if so, I'll throw another video up on that. But again, at this point, basically, we're kind of looking for entry indicators to get us in and out of trends as accurate as we can. And so this one didn't do a horrible job, but it also didn't do a great job. Met the 60% criteria, so it's definitely going to go on the yes list, and we'll move on to the next indicator from here. If you have not already, like this video, share this video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Also turn on the bell notification so that way you are notified anytime I post a new video. So that way you know what indicators we have tested and are testing. Also, there is a link down below to join our Discord server, which is a free group communication platform where we discuss all things trading related. There is also a link down below to TradingView, and if you use that link to TradingView to sign up for an account, you will save a little bit of money. And lastly, there is a link down below to sign up for Patreon. Please sign up for the Patreon and support the channel the best way you can.